So we got to fix it, got to make a new tune, got to write the new tune. Guess it's time to fix this thing. I tell you, having a winch is like a 4x4. You might not ever use it a lot, but the one time you do, it sure is nice. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be connected. Well, I'd say that's broken. So, my issue now is the axles aren't interchangeable between sides, and I have a spare driver's side one, so now I get to play the let's find a passenger side axle. So, I don't know, maybe we'll just order some drive shaft shop ones. So while I'm hunting axles, I'm gonna go ahead and change the rear end. I'm gonna put the 345 back in it. I feel like it was easier on the car with the 345 because the gear wasn't as long. What would you know? First day out with this longer gear, I break an axle. So we'll put the shorter gear back in. And the rear end's out. Now back to my hunt for axles. So we're gonna go ahead and take this old seal out. I got some new ones. And I just use a seal puller, pull it out. I actually use a metal koozie. It fits perfectly. And just tap it back in. Kind of weird to do with one hand. And just like that, it's in. Well, needs a little more right there, but yeah. So cheap Amazon metal can koozie fits perfectly for a Camaro SS axle seal. Now, is this the right way to do it? Probably not, but it works. And I've always had this, so yeah, works pretty good. I've been doing it this way for a couple years now, and I don't have a tool that fits that, so the cheap metal can koozie does pretty good. But as long as you get something that you can push on there evenly, it'll work. So we're putting the old rear end back in, the 345 gear. But when you're doing rear ends on Camaros, GH, Chevy SSs, whatever, a lot of cars, there's something inside here that you have to line up when you pull this out. I don't know if you can see it, but like right here, there's a little bearing in there that you have to line up the rear end on. See? Has a little shaft. And then the shaft goes in there. Got the drive shaft all bolted up. It's Loctite in. And go ahead and get this rear end up in here now. Got the rear end in. It's all bolted up. Drive shaft's all bolted up. Of course, my wife is doing laundry as I'm in the garage. My next house won't have a laundry room in the garage. I can't stand a laundry room in the garage. It really kills the videos too. But the new rear end's in. 345 gear again. So we'll see how this does. And 700 hours later, we have the axle replaced. There's something about the SS. I just hate doing the axles on it. On the Corvette, I can do the axle in about 30 minutes start to finish. On the SS, I can't seem to get 3 bolts in an hour for some reason. I can never get them to line up. So if you have some tips on doing the axles on the SS or G8, Comment down below and let me know. Or if you have a write-up or something, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've done plenty of axles in cars, and this seems to be the hardest one I've ever done. Got the other axle in, got everything back on. So the issue was myself. The axle wasn't in all the way in the hub, so I was fighting the axle, pushing on the hub, so everything wasn't lining up. This side, I made sure the axle was in all the way, and it took me 12 minutes to get everything in and bolt it up and torqued. Now the car's back together, just gotta make a tune for the new gear based off of the 10.2 at 142 pass. Load it up and the car's done. And it runs again. Gotta get that corn juice.